Our next guest recently competed on E's Revenge Body that's hosted by Khloé Kardashian.
Please welcome Deeran Anderson Hooper. Hello, Deeran.
Hi.
So first of all, tell me everything about Revenge Body.
Okay, so Revenge Body is basically you get 12 weeks. Khloé decides to mentor you, and she puts you with her celebrity trainers and nutritionists and her whole team, and to help you lose the weight. And it's really about mind, body, soul. And so in my case, it was really more so about the mind and the soul part, and my body kind of followed.
So what do you think was holding you back from becoming the ideal you before you got into this?
Well, one of the things that I always tell people now is that you have to find the context that the weight is in, and fitness goes across the board. It does no good for you to be slim but to be financially corrupt, or for you to be morally corrupt but your body's snatched, right? And so, yeah, that's no good.
Amen
no good.
to that, yes.
And so it's really find the context of the unfitness or the weight. And for me, my context was my sexuality with church and dealing with my father and stuff like that. And so once on the show, they had me confront those issues.
So that was deeply personal.
Yes, it was a very deeply exposure type of thing, and so it was happy.
So tell me about that confrontation and how that related. I guess I would imagine you had an unhealthy relationship with food as a result of that. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
And so explain how you were able to kind of transform your mindset.
Well, it was a lot of there's only so much you could see on the show. I was one of the lucky ones that I got it was me through the whole episode. But it was just so much you could only show in an hour. So I had therapy to help me to see why I was doing certain things. Why was I leaning on food so heavily? Why was that my crutch? Because I didn't really have nurturing parents and everybody needs somebody to just hug them and be like, oh my God, you're doing okay, and have comfort. And so I just didn't have that raised in Detroit, in the inner cities of Detroit, and food kind of substituted that for me. And so once I was able to keep going through the process, and then the reason why I turned to religion in the first place, which I'm still go to church, was because I did not have kind of guidance, because I had young parents, and I turned to church because of that. And when I got there, I got there and I just took it and kind of hid behind it versus incorporating it in my life. Yeah.
So what does Deeran do besides lose weight?
You wrote a book, apparently.
Yes, I'm an author. I wrote a book.
Yeah, it's called Colorful Confessions, From Headache and Heartbreak to Healing and Happiness.
Yes.
So tell me about what your profession is. What is it, your vocation, what you love to do?
I really love to talking to other people. People don't know this from being on the show, as I actually help other people within my age group with personal development, how to move forward, because what people did not know is that I moved from Detroit and I joined the military. And when I got in the military, I came out here to San Diego, and it's really about pushing forward and moving forward. And just because you are struggling in one area, that does not mean all the other areas have to suffer.
So you've turned it around to help people then.
Yes,
wow.
yes.
Wow.
And so I really enjoy it. And what happened, which was so funny, is that once the show came out, my Instagram DMs, everybody was asking so many questions and like, how do you do this and how to do that and how to do this? And so I was like, this is the perfect time, and I really want to show people what I was able to get and what I was blessed to get and the knowledge.
So explain to us what the book is about.
The book takes a journey on the emotional fitness and the mental fitness. One of the things that was very evident in my episode, or for me and personally, is that once my mental was able to change, my physical was able to follow it. And so there's a quote from Cindy Trim out of her book, Command Your Mornings, that says your inner world is a direct reflection of your outer world. And so if your outer world is all jacked up and screwed up, it's because something is going on internally. And that's what the show really helped me with, was kind of getting emotionally fit, and the fitness part came out.
So your kind of wrecked body, how much did you weigh and how much did you lose?
I weigh 248. Right now I'm at 207, 206 now.
Wow.
Yeah, so I was able to keep it off. The show ended about 6 months ago, and so I was able to still maintain the weight and keep it off and still being active and stuff like that in the gym.
And
you are still working out.
Yes,
and
absolutely. So on the show, I worked out twice a day for 6 days a week. That's not necessarily realistic, right?
Yes.
So to maintain the weight and to keep losing weight, Simone De La Rue, who's my trainer, which I love her so much, she gave me the advice, just stay active 5 days a week. So I go on hikes, I just get outside, move my body, and just do things like that, and just watch what I eat.
Tell me, are you happy with the new you?
I love the new me. I love it so much.
I shouldn't say it's not just a new you. I mean, this is who you are who you are.
And that's what it talks about in the book. Once you start getting, because it's a self-help book about the emotional fitness, how to go go from headache and heartbreak to healing and happiness. And at the end, one of the ending exercises, at the end of it, it shows you this is who you always were, right? So it's not necessarily a new me, but this is just me claiming who I am.
And,
Yes.
And finally, how's Khloé? What's she like?
Tell me everything.
Khloé is
Tell me everything.
fantastic. No, Khloé is great. I love Khloé. She's the sweetest human being that you can ever imagine. You have so many things in the headlines and all that, and media does things just to sell. But she is so sweet. She met me on a spiritual level. I did not know how spiritually grounded she was. She was able to talk to me through her troubles and situations to help me go through mine. She wanted to meet with me so much more than it was scheduled to meet with her. And so she really cares, and she really cared. And the one thing that I really liked about this season is because she just had a baby, and so she had to go through the weight loss journey as well. So she was really able to relate with us, and it was so beautiful.
Fabulous.
Thank you so much for your time.
Deeran, great to have you
The
here.
book, Colorful Confessions from Headache and Heartbreak to Healing and Happiness, is available.
Yes, on pre-order on
Pre-order.
Amazon.com or on DeeranAnderson.com.
Very nice.
There you go. Thanks so
Thank
much for
you
being with
for
us.
being
And
here.
continued success.
Thank you.